everybody, to Ranger, another episode of the Getting Bigger Ask Me Anything, which I do every single Wednesday. It's a new post, a new video every single Wednesday, along with a new Reddit post along with it, where you basically just ask a question, and if it's good, I just go ahead and answer it on the video. That way I can go in better detail than to just reply back via text. So today's question, this question was pulled from the Ask Me Anything section on the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, you should be, especially if you're part of the Getting Bigger subreddit. It's a very good supplement to that subreddit. So the question is it normal to have a decrease in morning wood when doing PE, or is it a sign that I should decrease volume/intensity? That's a really, really good question, a really good concern to have. So I'm pretty sure 99.9% of people that start PE get a little bit of dip in their morning wood when they first start out. And that's because it's such a new stimulus and you're so weak in terms of strength adaptation. You have no strength adaptation. You're so receptive to the stimulus of PE that it's pretty easy to get into the overwork zone. And when you overwork just by a little bit, your morning wood could be affected because those tissues are still recovering from whatever exercise that you did. It's kind of like going to the gym for the first time. Obviously, muscle gains from your fucking arms and your chest are not that similar to actual penis size gains, whether it's length or girth. It's completely two different things. But it's a good comparison where, the first time you ever work out, you're insanely sore for, whatever amount of time. And that's because you're so weak and you're so not used to that stimulus that your body really has to recover from it. And it's the same thing with PE. It's really easy to get into that overwork area where you feel sore. You get soreness really easily, and you get a dip in EQ. Now, what you should do is, I would say decrease. Well, it depends. If you do a PE routine and the next day your morning wood is a little bit less, then you can continue doing what you've been doing, just at a lower intensity, because your morning wood is a really good indicator of not only just your health and your testosterone and your hormones and whatever, your circadian rhythm, whatever, but it's also a really good way to see if your routine is way too straining on you right now, which is a very, very important thing to pay attention to. So, obviously it's not the end of the world, but if you do a PE routine and the next day your EQ is just a little bit lower, then I really wouldn't worry about it. But if you don't do PE again and it's followed by 2 or 3 days of lower EQ and lower morning wood, then I could really see my routine being a little bit way too straining and way too much overwork. So that's what I would pay attention to. Now, if you do the routine and your next day EQ is bad, I'd stop doing PE just for another day. I'd skip the next day and just see how my morning wood or how my EQ is the next day. And if it's back to normal, then I can just go back to doing the original routine. But if it's bad, then I would really reevaluate my routine. So if you're doing pumping or hanging, extending, whatever it is, less time or less weight or less pressure or less pumping time or less clamping time, whatever it is you're doing, because you should remember that tension via hanging weight or extending weight, whether you're using vacuum compression, it doesn't matter. Pumping pressure, right, like inches of mercury, how much time you're clamping, how much exercises you're doing in one session, all of those are tools for you to use to basically move up the intensity and lower the intensity of your workout. So just remember what it is that you did that gave you that lower EQ and lower morning wood, and just look at it and find ways, use those tools that are handed to you to basically lower the intensity. That way your morning wood and your EQ doesn't get zapped from your routine, because doing PE correctly can literally improve your EQ and improve your morning wood, not lessen it. But then again, remember, it's not the end of the world if it lessens it by a little bit. But if it lessens it by a lot, then it's a real problem that you need to watch out for. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. It's a short video. I used to do Ask Me Anything. I used to include a bunch of questions, but PE is something that's so fucking detailed where you could literally talk about one thing for 30 minutes, So just spending a minute on each question, it's kind of not good enough, It's not good enough at all. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. Again, I recommend you join the Discord if you are, interested in growing the easiest and fastest and safest way possible. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.